Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just be a game changer for the Cowboys and the entire NFC East. Rumors are swirling around that the Cincinnati Bengals might be open to trading star wide receiver T. Higgins. And if this deal goes down, it could dramatically reshape the Cowboys' offense and division dynamics. And believe me, this isn't just some idle speculation. Sources are whispering that the Bengals, who are currently sitting at a 5-6 record, are feeling the heat. Their offense has been leaking points, allowing an average of 8 points per game, and their cap situation is tight, especially with the looming extension for Jamar Chase. Cincinnati is at a crossroads, and with recent struggles, like their offensive line surrendering about 3-2 sacks per game, they're considering shaking things up. Now the big question for Cowboys fans is, could we see T. Higgins in Dallas? Well, early indications suggest that the Bengals might be willing to part ways with Higgins in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, especially as they look to prioritize securing Chase's extension and rebuild their offensive line. This potential move makes a lot of sense when you analyze the Bengals' current situation. They're at a crossroads, needing to rebuild their offensive line and manage their cap space, which includes around $13 million in free cap, but with Chase's deal on the horizon. Their offense has seen a decline in aerial yards, down by about 19% from last year, similar to what happened with the Dolphins after trading away Tyreek Hill. Cincinnati's focus now seems to be on rebuilding their secondary and pass rush, especially after allowing 3-1 sacks per game, which is below average and hurting their ability to push downfield. So if the Bengals are open to trading Higgins, it's because they see an opportunity to get draft capital to help with their rebuild. Now, let's talk about what Higgins could bring to the Cowboys. If he arrives in Dallas, Higgins would immediately boost our deep passing game, complementing C.D. Lamb perfectly. His ability to win contested catches and make big plays over the top would open up our offense in ways we haven't seen since the days of Dez Bryant. Higgins, a draft pick from 2020, has shown steady growth over his 6-year career, accumulating over 370 catches, more than 170 yards, and 40 touchdowns. His yards after catch, YAC, average of 4.8 yards per reception, and a contested catch rate of 55% make him a real vertical threat. His advanced stats, including an 87.9 PFF grade and an EPA per target of 0.22, highlight his efficiency and ability to make big plays when it counts. In the 2024 season, Higgins has maintained his high level of play with a PFF grade of 88.5, and he's been a reliable target despite some injuries and team shifts. His 11 games played have seen him rack up 40 receptions on 70 targets for a total of 575 yards and 7 touchdowns, with an average of 14.4 yards per reception. His consistency and ability to win in tight coverage make him a perfect fit for Mike McCarthy's vertical offense. The impact of adding Higgins would be felt immediately, especially in the red zone, where his 20 touchdowns and contested catch rate could elevate Dallas's scoring efficiency. Think about it. With Higgins stretching defenses and creating mismatches against secondary players like Slay or others, the Cowboys' passing game could soar to new heights. His presence on the field would take pressure off Lamb, giving Dak Prescott even more options to exploit defenses. And speaking of Prescott, Higgins would provide a much-needed vertical threat that could help alleviate some of the pressure Dak faces, especially in critical moments. His route running and ability to find soft spots in coverage would increase the team's third-down conversion rate, pushing it from around 38% to over 50%. That's a massive boost in situational football. Meanwhile, the potential chemistry between Higgins and Lamb could unlock a new level of offensive versatility. Imagine deep routes, play-action bombs, and Higgins winning contested catches on crucial third downs. It would also help balance the offense, giving the Cowboys a true vertical threat that defenses have to respect, which opens up lanes for Tony Pollard and the run game. Plus, Higgins' presence would help offset the loss of other receivers like Pickens, who is dealing with a knee and calf injury, and Diggs, who's currently on IR with a concussion, both of whom are expected to miss some time. Now, let's not forget how this move could impact our chances in the big picture. Historically, adding a player like Higgins could elevate our offensive ceiling significantly. The Cowboys are already a team with a strong defense and a capable quarterback, but a true elite receiver can often be the difference maker in tight playoff games. If Higgins joins, the offensive PFF grade could soar from around 86.5 to over 92, and our yards per game could jump from 330 to nearly 380. That's the kind of upgrade that turns good teams into Super Bowl contenders. The analytics also show that Higgins' EPA per target and separation metrics would transform our offense, especially in clutch moments where he's drawn 35 big-time throws and has a 65% targeted catch rate, which could push even higher in Dallas's system. Now, what about the division? Well, adding Higgins would make the Cowboys even more dangerous in the NFC. Not only would it improve our offensive power, but it could also shift the balance of power in the NFC East. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders will have to deal with a Dallas offense that's now even more explosive. And considering the odds, sportsbooks are already factoring in this potential move. The Super Bowl odds for Dallas would likely see a bump, moving from plus 3,000 to around plus 1,500, echoing the BENGALS' surprise run in 2022. Higgins' addition could be the X factor that pushes Dallas into that rarefied air, with a real shot at the NFC Championship and beyond. And let's not forget the potential playoff implications. The odds of Dallas reaching the NFC title game could rise to about 28%, especially if Higgins proves to be that clutch player in big moments. His ability to make contested catches and win deep routes could elevate our offense from good to elite, especially in high-pressure situations. The boost in offensive efficiency, combined with our already stout defense, makes the Cowboys a formidable opponent for any team in the postseason. And with Higgins in the fold, the Cowboys could become one of the most feared offenses in the league, capable of putting up 30-plus points in critical playoff games. In conclusion, folks, if the Cowboys manage to land T. Higgins from the Bengals, it could be a pivotal move in our quest for another Super Bowl. His vertical threat, contested catch ability, and proven production over the last few seasons fit perfectly with Dallas's offensive identity. It's a move that makes the team deeper, more explosive, and more dangerous in the postseason. But of course, all of this hinges on whether the Bengals are willing to part ways, and whether Dallas's front office can strike the right deal. One thing's for sure, if it happens, it'll be a move that fans will remember for years to come. The Cowboys are always aiming for greatness, and adding a talent like Higgins might just be the final piece to push us over the top. The NFC East is about to get even more competitive, and Dallas is positioning itself as the team to beat. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. Do you think Higgins would be the perfect fit? Are you excited about the possibility of this trade? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're all in this together, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit for what this team can achieve. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and keep believing in the star on our helmets. The future is bright, and if Higgins joins, it could be even brighter. Here's to a bold move, a new chapter, and a Cowboys team that's ready to make history once again.